Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about spirituality. Spirituality, from me, and I'm going to speak from my perspective. I don't want to make any assumptions about the community. I do feel at times I belong to the community, and then at times that I'm sort of bridging the gap between other communities, which of course is going to be common for all of us because who we are is sort of a Venn diagram of all the different interests and strengths and gifts and experiences that we have brought to the table. So I will say, we'll put this whole video in my perspective. I will say that from my perspective, for a long time, it kind of felt like the only people who understood spirituality or energetics were, people who grew up in the 60s and were all about the peace and love and have brought that forward, or people who have dabbled in metaphysics or even religion in recent times, as sort of more modern day, the peace love era. What I'm finding as I have moved throughout my life, through the corporate world or through the coaching world, through the psychology world, through the parenting world, through even the religious world, that it is not as uncommon as I believed at one time. That I get a general sense from the community sometimes that we feel like a man on an island, that there is, we're surrounded by normies who don't understand, and their eyes are closed and they just have no idea, and we're the only ones who understand. And I have found that not to be true, that we we forget that, and I don't want to say forget, but we fall into the programming that is being put forth, that the media or social media or the powers that be in the communication realms want us to believe that most people don't understand this, that you're an anomaly, that you're an outlier, that you're weird or strange if you understand these things. But the truth is, especially even at the higher realms, in the higher levels of finances and wealth, they do understand spirituality. They are very aware of energetics. That you can be in a suit and tie and still work with energy. That you don't have to be doing yoga or burning sage or be the earthy person to be spiritual. That this has been known for a very long time, especially at the higher levels in what they would call the elites. That I think it does us a disservice to assume that we are this man on the island, that we are the outlier, that we are strange or weird. I think it does a disservice for the people who don't know because we hesitate to talk about it. I think it does a disservice to the people who don't know because it is deemed odd or weird, and that may have been part of the agenda. And that who cares if it was? The point is, now where we're at, it is becoming more and more normalized. Even just the movement of yoga and meditation has started to open up the doors for this conversation. I think what my whole point of this video is that spirituality is not uncommon. Understanding of energetics is not uncommon. It may not be commonly spoken about, but there is a difference there. That it is commonly, the people are commonly aware of it, even though they don't speak of it. And if this video offers you anything, it is the sense that you are not alone, that we are not a man on an island, we are not an anomaly. It is not something that we have to hide anymore. In fact, the more of us that step into our ownership, our authentic self, and speak of it more, the more we serve the collective whole in bringing this to the fore and helping those people who aren't aware. So, not a super big, moving, earth-shattering insight today, but just remember, we're not alone in this, and many people are aware of it. It is actually sort of not just common knowledge amongst the elites, but it's practical everyday life. This is the world we live in, and understanding how to play the game called life requires understanding energetics, understanding physics, that there are scientific evidences to prove a vast majority of the things that we have, deemed as metaphysical or spiritual. So let's be brave and talk about it more. Let's hold our head high when we have a conversation with someone who doesn't understand it. Remembering that we are projecting out our belief in ourselves when we are teaching people how to treat us. And so when we say, yeah, I believe in energy, did you know that your focus and attention on an atom can actually shift it? Gain the scientific evidence that's necessary if need be, if that is what's going to boost your confidence enough to support it, to say, I'm 1,000% confident in what I know and what I believe. And I really think it could be beneficial to you in your life if you are aware of these things as well. And the inability to do that, I can empathize with and lived it for many years. It took a lot for me to start this channel and to put myself out there and to just speak 100% truth. But what holds us back from that, and in my purpose, is the trauma that we've experienced. If you follow me for a while, you know that I talk a lot about complex trauma. Complex trauma is complex, but if I'm going to boil it down, it essentially is feeling unsafe for an extended period of time, which causes you to play small and wear a mask and forget who you are, who you were made to be. And so the way this is intersected with my path is helping light workers step into their power, step into their purpose, and shine their light brightly, which means speaking our truth and sharing authentically. And we cannot do that until we heal the wounds that hold us back. That complex trauma acts like a glass ceiling that keeps you from moving into your purpose, moving forward in life, moving into your authentic self. So I will be doing a couple more videos around how to identify what we call ACEs, which is adverse childhood events, and also your scale on the hypersensitivity scale, which are also directly related to complex trauma. So if you find it difficult to speak about your spirituality or to speak about energy, if you find it difficult to fully be seen for all that you are, that likely means you're not stepping into your purpose, you're not shining your light, you're not doing the work that you're here to do. And so I will offer a couple more videos after this to identify how to be sure of that, because sometimes we need that certainty, even though we may already know it. And then, of course, I do offer consistently support through brain spotting, energy healing, and other modalities to help you heal that so that you can step into your purpose and make a living doing it. So I will just close this one today with, you are not alone. It is not uncommon. Let's talk about it more. And the support is there for you if that's something you struggle with. All right. I love you guys. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Leave a little emoji comment would be amazingly helpful for the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, do click this button to subscribe, or this one if you'd like to watch another video today. All right. Take care. Namaste.